too bright. Nope. Your address is right here, and when I announce you to come up, I'll just like move mine out of the way. I'll put it right there. And so yeah, just read. All right, we're going to get started in a second here, so please find your seats. Good afternoon, and thanks everyone for coming. I want to give a special shout out before we get started to any grade 12 students who are in the audience. It's a Very busy time of year for seniors, and so the fact that you showed up to pay tribute to some of your younger Huskies, I think is really, really great, and speaks highly of you, so thank you. Every year we get to this event, and I become suddenly aware that I'm the last thing standing between many of you and your much-deserved summer break, so I promise that this ceremony will not take long. You'll be free before you know it. But I also want to emphasize that it's a big deal. We spend much of each spring giving our seniors their send-off, and that's as it should be. What they're doing right now in completing one chapter of their lives and heading off on their next adventures is amazing and worth celebrating. But today's event reminds us that we have achievers in every grade, that we have extraordinary students who devote years to academic excellence before they even begin thinking seriously about SATs, college majors, and their future careers, although some of them do that too. This ceremony is for them. Today we're honoring 27 students from grades 9 through 11 who have distinguished themselves as scholars across the board. They have earned excellent grades, they have served as academic leaders in and out of the classroom, and they have set examples for others to follow by always placing the pursuit of excellence at the heart of their Kensal experience. Put simply, the awards we're giving out today mean something. The names I read from the podium will end up inscribed on plaques in Beers Hall and right out here in the Bodman entryway. They will become part of the physical infrastructure and thus the history of Kensal School. So if you hear your name read out loud today, I want you to know that it means you're now part of that history, and that's amazing. So we'll start with the grade 9 awards. I'm going to ask that when I read an award winner's name, we all make some noise. These students have worked hard since September, so let's make them feel honored and appreciated. And winners, when you leave the stage after getting your award, please pause right down here in front of the stage, kind of in the center, so that our communications pals can snap a picture. Okay. Here we go. The Crystal Chase Award is given to that freshman who combines a serious commitment to academics with enthusiastic involvement in all aspects of school life. It is awarded in the memory of Crystal Chase, class of 1899. The 2024 recipient of the Crystal Chase Award is Saveja Neal. And I'll just note here that Saveja is unable to be with us today, but hopefully she is watching the live stream. Congrats, Saveja. The Warren E. Tamaris Award is presented annually to the freshmen who, through their character, scholarship, and dedication, best exemplifies the educational philosophy of Mr. Tamaris, to do your best. The 2024 recipient of the Warren E. Tamaris Award is Mia Mahoney. The Kensal Award for Academic Achievement is given to 4 ninth grade students for educational commitment, growth, or improvement. I'm going to read all 4 names in order, and then you can respond with your wild and sustained applause. The grade 9 recipients of this award are Lydia Walters, Cadence Luce, Maddie Place, and Scout Woodcock. Congratulations. And we'll keep going with the grade 10 awards. The Glenn Dana Award was established by the class of 1974 in memory of their classmate, Glenn Alexander Dana. It is awarded to a student who demonstrates academic and athletic promise, respect for others, and a zest for life. The 2024 recipient is Gavin Roth. The Stuart Payne Robinson Award is given to the student who accepts the moral and intellectual challenges of life without fear and gives of self whenever called. The 2024 recipient of the Stuart Payne Robinson Award is Stephanie Minoko. We also give the Kensill Award for Academic Achievement to 4 sophomore students for their educational commitment, growth, or improvement. Once again, I'll read all 4 names, and then you can make some noise. The 4 sophomore recipients of the Kensill Award for Academic Achievement are Kira Yasmin Motowala, Christina Tran, Lucian Gross, and Samantha Holston. Congratulations. Four out of 4 this time. Kensill School also honors several students with what we call Distinguished Scholar Awards. Each award is given to the student from his or her class with the highest grade point average. This award is always competitive, and we're always down to the wire figuring out each class's recipient, and sometimes, as is the case this year, students tie. So winning one of the Distinguished Scholar Awards is a big honor and a big deal. Again, I'll read all of the names at once, and then you can respond with your appreciation. Our 2024 Distinguished Scholars are, from the freshman class, Caroline Netton and Maya Soni, from the sophomore class, Emma Heidemann, and from the junior class, Aiden Anderson. Our largest block of awards is devoted to our 11th graders, and it ends with 3 important prizes, the so-called College Book Awards given by alumni of Smith, Dartmouth, and Yale in partnership with Kensill School. Before we get to these awards, I also want to continue a recent tradition of welcoming a student speaker to the podium to share their junior year wisdom and to help us illuminate one of the school year's noteworthy themes. When I started looking back at this year and trying to make big picture sense of it, I kept returning to the realization that while this has been a very good year overall, it's also been a year with a lot of weird setbacks, a lot of obstacles that were ultimately surmountable, but also unpleasant and annoying. We had a brief gun scare on campus last fall where we lost an entire school day as we tried to figure out if something that began as a bad joke was more serious and potentially threatening. We encountered extreme weather events, like that bizarre windstorm last winter. And several of us, myself included, experienced personal health challenges that were initially scary and distracting, even if they turned out to be manageable in the long term. Today's speaker has had her share of health-related setbacks, not just this year, but for the past several years. And believe it or not, I swear I'm not making this up, she had already agreed to give her address today, and she was working on the speech and studying for exams when, naturally, she got sick and had to be taken to a walk-in care facility. Of course that happened. But she's also picked up some valuable insights along the way. And in particular, she learned that sometimes these weird setbacks, these obstacles in our lives, prevent us from doing our best work, and that's okay. Sometimes we just have to roll with it and keep going and trust that there's a unique kind of victory in survival. I believe that this is real wisdom, and I think today's speaker is the ideal person to deliver it. So please join me in welcoming this year's junior speaker, Delane Jaramillo.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Priest. I want to start off by saying how grateful and honored I am to be here today and speaking to you all. For those who may not know me, my name is Delane Jaramillo, and I'm a rising four-year senior. One day can change everything. This is what the doctor told me after my month-long stay at the Children's Hospital in Georgia in 2019. For reference, I was a 7th grader enrolled in Twin River Middle School. I was admitted for vision problems, numb legs, and a forever migraine that was always waiting for the worst time to strike. It was at this time that I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. For those of you who may not know what MS is, it's a disease in which the immune system eats away at the protective covering of the nerves. Basically, my immune system attacks itself, which can lead to headaches, numb legs, vision problems, speech problems, and etc. The thing about MS is that you never know when it will hit you. One day, that is all I needed for my life to be turned inside out. Suddenly, I was in a wheelchair, missing more and more school, and constantly talking to doctors about my treatment. My life was reduced to blood work, tests, and the occasional, "I'm so sorry for you." I could see the pity in my teacher's eyes when I came back to school in a wheelchair, as well as the other kids' judgmental stares and what made everything even worse is that I didn't even have a single friend since I had just moved that summer. I was completely and utterly alone, in a new place, and now I was labeled the real girl who missed most of the school year. It took me years to learn how to cope with my feelings, and all I saw was how MS affected the people around me, my family. I'd make jokes to cheer them up and not understand the seriousness of this. Hearing my mom's laugh was like winning a trophy. After moving back to New Jersey, things just kept getting worse. That's when my transition to Kensal School took place, and in a way, coming to Kensal was similar to finding out that I had MS. I felt apprehensive about navigating this new boarding school world, and of course I had to navigate it with a rare health condition. I knew I would have to leave school sometimes because of my treatments, but I didn't take into account how that would affect me at school socially, emotionally, and academically. In my mind, I came to KHS for education, not to make friends or have a good time. Throughout my 3 years at KHS, I've missed 281 classes. My freshman and sophomore years were horrible. I was nowhere near where I wanted to be academically, and part of this was due to my absences, but the other half was just because I had just given up. That all changed my junior year when I made a promise to myself to do better, to be better. This is where I would like to pause and thank the people around me. My friends for supporting me through it all, my teachers for understanding and accommodating me, and this community for accepting me when I wouldn't even accept myself. After doing well my first semester of junior year, I realized one thing. The only thing was holding me back was the idea of MS. I had been living in fear of my MS, letting it control my actions, blaming it for my academic performance, when it was just me all along. I realized I could do this. Yes, I did leave KHS this year for treatment, but I also made sure to communicate with my teachers, and I made sure that I was caught up with all my schoolwork and not repeat my mistakes. I ensured I understood the material, and through it, though it was hard to navigate, it was all worth it. Life moves on whether you wanted to or not. You have two choices: stay in the past or learn from your mistakes. Like many of you today, I am not the perfect student. But if I learned anything my 3 years here, it's that it's okay not to be the best. My most enduring moments weren't of me in my room studying. It was of me throwing a ball with my friends, going on side quests, and talking for hours to the people who mean the most to me. That's the type of person I want to continue to be my senior year. Simple acts of kindness are all that some people need. So I leave with this. Have my KHS year been challenging? Yes. Have they also helped me grow as a person? Yes. Don't let anyone or anything limit you from where you can be. In the words of my mother, ponte las pilas, which mean put on your batteries. These years on the hills have given me the opportunity to expand and connect in ways that I've never imagined. Be brave, be smart, but most importantly, be you. My advice to you all is, don't be afraid to step out your comfort zone, ask for help, and don't let things limit you. You'll be surprised at what you can accomplish once you let go of your own single story. Mr. Henry, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Delane. That was perfect. Having friends is nice. And now let's finish up with the grade 11 awards. Historically, Kents Hill has given the Rensselaer and Bausch and Lomb awards. This year, we're introducing a few new awards that are similar in important ways. Like the Rensselaer and Bausch and Lomb, several of them entail partnering with institutions outside of Kents Hill to recognize student achievement. And like these awards, 5 out of 6 of them focus on STEM. As you all know, this is something that Kents Hill has really committed to over the past few years, expanding our STEM program and encouraging students to apply themselves in the STEM disciplines. So I'm really pleased that we're adding these awards, and kudos to College Counseling for taking the initiative here. The grade 11 awards for achievement in math and science are given to 2 Kents Hill juniors with outstanding records in math and science. The 2 winners of this year's grade 11 awards for achievement in math and science are Jonah Jenkins and Denise Vasquez Villar. The Rochester Institute of Technology High School Awards recognize outstanding high school students for their leadership, service, and achievement across 6 award categories. This year, Kents Hill students won awards for 2 categories, one called Women in STEM and the other simply Science and Math. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the RIT Women in STEM Award, Samantha Piper. As well as the recipient of the RIT Science and Math Award, Sarp Yüksel. You got this. We're giving the last 2 of these new awards in conjunction with the University of Rochester, which sponsors 4 prestigious awards recognizing high school juniors' outstanding achievements in leadership and academics. One of our own is the recipient of the Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology, in recognition of his interest and high level of achievement in these 2 areas. This year's winner is Jacob Naui. No, Jacob. No. And one of our students is receiving Rochester's Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award in recognition of her demonstrated commitment to understanding and addressing difficult social issues. Congrats to Delphin Yüksel. We usually give the next few awards at graduation, which means that we usually give them to seniors. We're presenting them today because in 2 cases, our faculty really wanted to give them to juniors. And in the 3rd case, because one of our graduating seniors is unable to attend graduation. The International Student Award is given to an international student in the senior or junior class who is a respected leader in the school and who has made significant academic and social contributions to the school community. This year, our faculty felt strongly that they wanted to give the award to a senior and a junior. That doesn't happen every year. So please join me in congratulating Ben Chapdelaine. And I will note here that Ben is unable to be here today, but we're happy to acknowledge and celebrate him nonetheless, so congrats, Ben. The second of these prizes is given by the World Languages Department, almost always to a senior, not this year. The Francis A. Davis Award is given in honor of Francis Davis, a language teacher at Kents Hill from 1882 to 1923. 41 years, a long time. It is awarded to the student who excels in world languages. This year's winner is Josie Sorrell. Sorrell rhymes with excel. And we have two more department awards to give out. They are both going to the same person. The George Dunn Award for Excellence in Theater is given in honor of George Dunn, former Kents Hill teacher, coach, director, and department chair, to the senior who has consistently contributed to the theater program with excellence through performance and student leadership. And the Gifford Giff Ewing Class of 1966 Award for 2D Art is one of two prizes given to seniors who are dedicated to the creative process of visual arts and have explored a variety of fine arts mediums and techniques. The recipient of the George Dunn Award and this year's Giff Ewing Award is one of our graduating seniors, Azrael Williams. The Eric Nestler Plote Award is awarded to a junior in memory of Eric Plote, class of 1989, who became a leader of this school community through his own determination, perseverance, and goodwill. This year's Plote Award recipient is Ben Stelmack. The William W. Dunn Award is given in memory of William W. Dunn, headmaster of Kents Hill School from 1942 to 1965, whose lifelong interest was to develop in every student the desire to achieve his or her individual potential and to serve the community. This year's winner is Teddy Alfond. The Jenny Flood Krieger Award was established in 1937 by Jenny Flood Krieger. It nominates a junior who is outstanding in character and scholarship. This year's winner is Josie Sorrell. Historically, the Cameron Dow Class of 2012 scholarship was awarded to a male boarding student rising into the 12th grade who, like Cameron, was quietly altruistic, a loyal and respected friend, had compassion for all living things, and possessed an innate wisdom and courage beyond his years. 2 years ago, the Kents Hill faculty revised this award by giving it to two students and by doing away with the gender-specific criteria. This year, we are continuing that tradition. Our two recipients of the Cameron Dow Class of 2012 scholarship are Ashley Charles and Ben Hugeson. The Phi Beta Kappa Award is given to a junior who is striving to go on to higher education and who's demonstrated intellectual curiosity and achievement beyond the classroom. The 2024 winner of the Phi Beta Kappa Award is Denise Vasquez Villar. And now for the 3 College Book Awards. The Smith College Book Award is given to the young woman in the junior class who exemplifies academic achievement, leadership, and a concern for others. The 2024 winner of the Smith College Book Award is Ashley Charles. The Dartmouth College Award is awarded to the member of the junior class of outstanding personal character, intellectual promise, and exemplary citizenship. The 2024 recipient of the Dartmouth College Award is Gladstone Meadows. And finally, the Yale Book Award is awarded to a member of the junior class of outstanding personal character and intellectual promise. The 2024 recipient of the Yale Book Award is Ben Hugeson. Could we give one more round of applause to all of today's award winners? And I also want to give another round of applause and a very special prize to Delane for her address. Delane, again, thank you. I'd like to ask all of today's recipients who are here with us to hang around for a group picture, but everyone else can go. Have a great summer.